All right. Hi. This is me. This is Noot. Never thought I'd really show my face, and it might surprise you that I don't actually look like this, or this. Yeah, the title is accurate. I am probably gonna step away from the channel for a little while. This wasn't an easy decision to make. This has been kind of my identity for the past 3 years or so. It's what I've sunk a lot of my time into. I remember when I first started my YouTube channel, I had my first video was ranting about Devilman Crybaby. It's not a good video. It was a random video that I made because I was talking to myself one time, as I very commonly do, and I realized I could probably make a script out of this. And I'd always liked YouTube. I'd done YouTube in the past. For those who might know, my friends might know that I did a Minecraft Pocket Edition YouTube channel when I was in 6th grade with one of my friends. Very successful adventure there. But, I'd always liked making stuff. Whether it was shitty Minecraft Pocket Edition YouTube videos, or it was music, or it was trying to write a book, or, making, anything. I've always liked creating things, and YouTube was one of those things that I'd always kind of felt like doing. And so randomly, I remember I decided, let's make a YouTube video out of this. I was really bored one summer because I didn't have any summer classes in college, and I had just picked up an internship and was only working 20 hours a week. So I was kind of just sitting around the house all day, and so I randomly decided to start posting YouTube videos. Now, these videos weren't good by any means, but I liked doing it. It felt rewarding to have some sort of end product. Sorry, I see my pets moving around. That's Millie, my cat, and that's Benji, my dog. For those on the Patreon, they might have seen them before. Sorry, what was I talking about? So yeah, I decided to make some YouTube videos, and I remember this very vividly. I made that crappy Warhammer video, one of my most popular videos on my channel. The problems with Warhammer 40k as a new player. And I had just gotten into Warhammer at the time, and I honestly didn't know all that much about it. I think the video, in hindsight, is really badly done. I never deleted my videos, though, so I kept that up just for, posterity, I guess. But it wasn't a very good video, but I do remember it's when I got my first ever subscriber. It was somebody by the name of November. If you're still out there, I remember you. You were the first person who subscribed to my channel, besides myself, on another YouTube account. So thank you. But I remember, I think it was a few days after I had posted that video, I randomly decided to, check my YouTube account, and while I was getting a snack one night for dinner, and I realized that, what the hell, I had 13 subscribers. And I was like, that's insane. I was like, there must be an error or something like that. And then I checked my video and it had 200 views, and I was like, holy shit, what the fuck happened? I was amazed. I had no idea that it would even become successful. And in that moment, I was like, well, I have to keep doing this. And so, even when I started going back to school, I wanted to keep myself at a good pace, and so I eventually decided on doing monthly uploads. Part of that was because I decided to open up a Patreon, that I realized that I really couldn't give unique content to people. Very early on, I realized I didn't have the time to do that like I was hoping that I would. Big mistake on my part. If I wasn't making unique content, I was at least hoping that I could stick to some sort of time schedule and then get people videos, if I wasn't going to actually, upload unique content. So I stuck myself to this 1 month schedule, and it is a schedule that I think I have hardly, if ever, broken, besides one time this past year, which it was for the Are You Afraid of the Dark video, which was insanely long. If you've seen at least the runtime on it, I don't expect you to actually have watched the whole thing. But yeah, so for the next few years, I kept the grind on because, it felt like a rare opportunity. This is a belief that I kind of still hold on to, and it's the idea that Very rarely do people ever get the chance to be listened to, especially by a large group of people. Very few people get the chance to feel like they matter. And that was kind of that moment for me. As dumb as it might have seemed for the type of content that I was making, I felt like I had a unique opportunity to do something, and I didn't want to waste it. And so, years went by, and I eventually was able to graduate with a bachelor's in computer science. And I remember I wasn't even that excited about being done with school or getting the degree. I just thought in my mind, like, okay, I can finally have more time for YouTube, and I'm gonna really commit myself to this. And turns out that was a lot easier said than done. And I didn't really have as much free time as I thought I would. And so for the next 2 years up until now, I've kept a fairly consistent upload schedule of trying to do at least one video a month. There was a time where I was doing one every 2 weeks, and that was killing me. And unfortunately, that's kind of just a running theme that happened with the channel. Is I found that in trying to commit myself to this as much as I could, because I desperately just wanted it to work out, I realized that I was kind of giving up a lot of opportunities in my life and, putting too much of my time into YouTube. It was really hard to balance this idea of having a consistent upload schedule with, keeping good relationships with the people around me, whether it was my friends, my family. I remember I would, have time off for work for like a holiday, and I would spend the entirety of it pretty much just not relaxing, not taking time off. I would just spend the entirety of my time editing YouTube videos. And you know what? I think I would have kept doing it. I kept doing it up until now, I guess. And the only thing that really changed that is a few months ago, I made the decision, I wanted to do something to give me more fulfillment, and I wanted to pursue higher education. And so I made the difficult choice to pursue a master's degree. And although I was really excited at first, I realized that if I did that and still held a full-time job, I didn't know where the hell I would have time for YouTube. And even until now, I've put off making this video for not just the past week or so, but for the past few months, because in a lot of ways, YouTube has become, part of me. It's been part of a monthly routine that I've done for the past 3, almost 4 years now. It feels like, just a tradition to constantly be working on the next thing. And kind of like I said earlier when I first started this channel, I didn't want to give up an opportunity like this. But I wanted to do something at the same time that was really fulfilling. And so I decided to pursue a degree in biomedical informatics, which is a big name. All it is medical data science. They should just call the degree that instead of the big long name. It doesn't really make all that much sense to call it that. But yeah, essentially what I'm hoping to do is do some research in a variety of fields, and hopefully contribute something meaningful to the world in some sort of capacity. Whether it's doing data analytics to make hospitals more efficient, whether it's doing work to help find cures or treatments for diseases. I felt like this was a path for me that could give me some sort of fulfillment in my life and really help me give back to the world. But at the same time, it was difficult because I didn't want to leave my YouTube channel, but at the same time, I also knew that I couldn't do both. And as much as I love the YouTube channel, I also know that this isn't a career for me. This was kind of a hobby that I did. And I know at least in the beginning, I had aspirations about like, I'm going to, hopefully I can make a good amount of money. Maybe I can even make a living off of this. Come on now. Come on. I didn't really think that was ever going to happen. But I kept making videos in the hopes that, Even if that couldn't happen, people could at the very least enjoy my content. And I enjoyed making it when it wasn't extremely stressful and time consuming, which was most of the time, unfortunately. But despite that, I think it goes to show how much I enjoyed doing it, because as much as some of these videos sucked to make, I mean, that Wii video that I made was absolute hell. I remember spending hours every night playing those shitty fucking Wii games. They sucked. That GeoGuessr video was extremely time consuming, but it felt rewarding to make that sort of content. But I knew that if I'm going to be spending all this money to go to school, and this is possibly my future career, I needed to commit to it. And so that's why I'm here, is I realized that I probably have to step away. Now, I don't know if this is forever. It might be. I hope it's not. But I do know that I'm probably going to be gone for a while. Or at least as long as I can hold myself back from, coming back and making videos. So, I did just want to say, face to face, or at least you're seeing my face, at the very least. Thank you. Genuinely. This has meant a lot to me. I'm still surprised to this day that, 17,000 and a half or so people ever really cared enough to, tune into what I had to say. It is, it's really hard to, imagine or visualize, really. But it does mean a lot to me. And of course, just like the end of all of my videos, I want to give a special thanks to not just my active patrons, but all of my patrons over time. Of course, I have to thank Mads, my first ever patron, who is still somehow a member of the Patreon. That still is just absolutely insane to me. Thank you, man, for believing in me and the channel. I gotta thank Cherry. I gotta thank Commander Cha-Cha, Dave the Unknown, Yold, Jimmy, Chocolate Cream Boy, Genius Kipjack. What a name. Gotta thank Griff, who was so kind to donate some extra money to help Benji get his leg fixed. You didn't have to do that. I wasn't even asking anybody to do that, but you did that anyways, and I really just appreciate that. Einar Anderson, Turmeric, Elliot, Maddie Grady, The Commenting Cat, Zarl Dunking, Kenny, Daddy Yam, Bup1, Oliver, Consisum, and of course, my good friend, Dibby Jib. And obviously, there's so many people to thank. I don't even want to try to go through everyone in the comments, because I'm going to miss somebody and I'm going to feel really bad. But I think you guys know who you are. It was always the same group of people, commenting under my videos. I do my best to always respond to you guys when I could, in particular. And, even tuning into my live streams and stuff like that. Again, it just is, it's meant so much to me. So, I guess this is goodbye for now. I don't think I'll stay gone forever, if you're getting too sad or anything like that. But I think I just gotta focus on this for now. And unfortunately, that also means taking a step away from YouTube. So maybe I'll see you guys in a few months, or maybe this is goodbye. But either way, I just can't thank you enough for giving me this enjoyment over the years and giving me all this support. So until I see you again, take care.